Good morning, everybody. I'm having technical difficulties. Excuse me. I can't have my camera on right now until I figure out what is wrong with my camera. Um, but I'm here, and it is Monday morning, and a lot of you should be off work. Where are you? Where are you? It's 9 a.m. on the West Coast, 12 p.m. Eastern, and probably 10, 11 elsewhere. Thank you, Chicago. Faithfully, Chicago's here. Appreciate you for pulling up. I appreciate you for pulling up. Heck, me and you can just talk. Let's talk about it, Chicago. Tell me this. Have you seen the AP Top 25? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Because that's just like I thought. It wasn't going to affect very much. It could affect, I think, moving forward, because there's a few teams that are going to start hitting that rough patch in their conference, and I've been waiting for it because I feel like they're dangling around somewhere where they're not quite should be, and that's Vanderbilt. That's just my humble opinion, and I'm going to stand by it. So you're fine with it. I don't disagree with any of the rankings in the top. I do. I think the loss to Georgia should have moved Vanderbilt, and I think maybe you and Michigan should flirt around with each other's position, and so they went in the direction to drop around LSU to drop down under Michigan, I believe, and I think that I think that's because Michigan hung so close in their conference to giving UCLA a good run. I think this would be better on the net to look at who's playing well, how they're playing well. Good morning, Groovy. You weren't the first one this morning, Groovy. Chicago Cheetah was. You slipping, Groovy. Just playing with me. I was telling everybody in the beginning I'm having technical problems. I don't know why my camera is acting this way, and I didn't create this early enough to try to troubleshoot it. So we're gonna go with it. It's nothing different when I'm not on camera. Have you seen the top 25, Groove? That's what I was asking. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it on my screen. If I could pull it from my email. Let's see. What would I call it on my email? Or I definitely can read it off, but okay, let's see if I can show this to y'all. On the screen. At least I can show 10 and then go back and go from there. Because Chicago trying to be nice. I'm gonna have to get down to the bottom of what that's all about. Let's look at the top 10 first. Let's see here. So as we can see, and I'll take this out of the way. I don't know if you can see this very good. Brazil, good. Come on in. I'm trying to stall. Where did Chicago go? Where did Groovy go? Oh, there's Chicago. Michigan is getting all this love, but they haven't beaten anybody. That's been my issue with them all year. 3-point losses, exactly. Winning, But I would love. Yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel. Like you're giving Michigan all this love. I understand about potential. Sometimes they impress me. Sometimes they don't. I actually think when we came to town, USC, without Kennedy, we were very close to beating them. They don't They don't have the size to compete. And that's just me. That's how I'm gonna stand by it. But we're gonna look. We're gonna look at it. I don't know. Can you guys hear me and see the screen? Okay. Probably on your phone you can see it better. Vandy lost to an unranked team like Georgia, and Georgia's a good team. So So listen. Here I go. Here's my thing. Number one, UConn. Okay, that doesn't move. UCLA. Okay, fair. That doesn't move. They're expected to win our Big Ten conference regular season. And no one will catch them, as well as possibly the tournament. We'll see in the tournament. South Carolina's playing good ball as of late. Texas is kind of scary to me because they're going to have to have a serious conversation with themselves. And then Vic is going to have to, like he said, stop listening to others and coach his team, whatever that might look like, to get them ready moving forward, in my opinion. Vanderbilt, I just felt like I wouldn't, if I didn't have Vanderbilt here, did I really want to see Michigan here? No, not really. But how about we just leave LSU where they are for the valiant effort that they gave against South Carolina, which is a team that's ahead of them. So they dropped you all one spot. Number 7, LSU. Number 8, Louisville. No one's really talking about. Scary team. Duke has risen 2 spots. Kara Lawson somehow has gotten Duke to recognize who they are and to play together. I think she found the right rotations and combinations. I don't really think she knew her players' skill sets, in my opinion, to know that she had a squad, but she wasn't playing them right. Number 10, Ohio State. That's not going to last. I'm going to stop right there. That's not going to last. You have Tennessee. LSU has Tennessee next Thursday. Not this one, but the one after. But we have like a 90% chance to win that game. To me, don't really have enough tough games left to rank and unrank them. You should beat Tennessee. You should take it. They should take all the frustrations out on them. The LSU Tiger is a blowout. Georgia blown out. Georgia out. Vandy won't be a 1 seed. That's the good news. I don't think they'll make the conference championship either. I think they'll be one and done. Oh, you think? Hold up, Chicago. Explain that to me again. Yeah, I do think Louisville's a scary team for a lot of people. I do. But I mean, yes, but not enough to be intimidated. I agree with that. But don't waltz in thinking you got this. Is my point. Don't nobody should overlook Louisville. Don't do it. And as far as what you're saying, tell me if this is what you're saying. Are you saying that LSU still has to play Georgia? Tell me if I'm understanding that correctly, and that you should have that game. That's going to be a tough game. But I think you guys have enough arsenal and weapons to outlast them. But that's a good team over there. I think they're figuring it out. And Danny Carnegie is only a sophomore. And they have some players over there. I like that squad. It's just a matter of time for them. Tell me what you're saying, Chicago, if you're not at work, and you can repeat that. And then you're saying Vandy, because the tournament 3 days, right? So you're thinking Vandy will lose in the first round of your SEC tournament? Ooh wee. You know what I want to see? I want to see LSU, South Carolina for the SEC tournament championship. Louisville is not a championship contender. I've been hearing people say that they lost to Duke. 2 games? What do you mean? I think Louisville was supposed to be number 1 in their conference. They did move up to the 8th spot. I think he's saying they won't be a top 4 in March month. Oh, March Madness. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I'm not there yet. I'm not trying to jump ahead to that yet because I still think it's too early to do that. I'm thinking let's think about the next step for everybody in discussing this. Let's look at it in terms of just your tournament, each of our tournaments. Let's just stay focused on that because we still got some people. Like for instance, let's go to number 11, Oklahoma, number 12, TCU. TCU handled Baylor with ease. Iowa, I don't believe in them at 13. Maryland made a huge jump by beating Ohio State. Huge jump. I didn't believe in Ohio State being as high as they were, but I didn't in my bingo cards, I didn't have Maryland being the one to show that. I thought USC would get them before Maryland. Now they have some time to think about it, what they did wrong, and that before they face us, the Trojans. Number 15, Baylor. Baylor got knocked down only 2 spots. However, TCU beating them and TCU moving up 5 for beating them was huge for TCU to number 12. Number 16, Kentucky. That's a sneaky team right there. They went up 2 spots. That's a sneaky team. That is, the more they get healthy, that that's a sneaky team in your SEC, okay, conference championship. Ole Miss at 17, number 3, and I think that's exactly where they need to be. Unfortunately, she did drop 3 spots from 14, but you can only go so far with Cody. I really can't name anybody. I think Iowa, I think she's good. I really can't say that she has what it takes. I think the Trojans can beat. Yes, I do think the Trojans can beat Iowa, and that's the way we're playing and how tight they're getting. It was about developing our confidence and our youngins, developing our. We've been in big games. This schedule that we had this year was definitely designed with Juju Watkins in mind. The silver lining, again, the name of her shoes, the silver lining behind it was that, yes, we didn't have her, but what it did was help develop them and prepare them for when she returns, along with Sanaya Ha and Satea Fagan. And it's also mostly not even looking ahead at all to next year. It prepares, what we've done has prepared them for this big conference and March Madness run, okay? That's what I think our schedule did for us. Then came Michigan State, which lost yesterday. And Michigan State lost yesterday. And I think they lost, if I'm not mistaken, to a team that was ahead of them. And they knocked them down 5 spots. They straight just took it to them in the AP rankings, just a dagger. And that's crazy to me because 5 spots? Wow. West Virginia's been hanging in there doing their thing at 19. Not mad at it. Texas Tech, not mad at it. Tennessee, yes, you went up actually 1 spot because you did come back with a win, but I'm glad they're like in the 20, around 21. I think that's where they should be. North Carolina, same thing. They dropped 1. Minnesota stayed the same. Georgia finally made it. Georgia finally made the top 25. Good for them. In Alabama. Good for them. So here's Chicago. Chicago says, I was going to ask you that. Thank you for that. I was going to ask you, who are the top 4 in the SEC? Because that's what you guys want to know, right? SC, Vandy, Texas, LSU, top 4 teams. In that order? Question mark. Well, you said SC, Vandy, Texas, LA. Okay, in that order, Chicago. I would imagine you're saying this is the order. You guys should. You guys, it should be SC and LSU in the finals for the tournament. That's what I think. For the tournament of the SC tournament rather. Ohio State plays Minnesota before us. They ain't no joke. Wait, we played Minnesota. That ain't no cakewalk either. We played Minnesota. What do you mean by that, JJ? SC runs the SEC. I guess there. I guess you. I can't sit here and deny because you're sitting here and proving it. And by the way, Jay, I'm looking at others that got votes for the top 25, and they still showed us no love. So that's telling me that Thursday when we play Wisconsin, that has to be a win. We travel right. We travel out and we play. Who do we play again? We travel out and we play Ohio State and Penn State, and those have to be runouts, win-outs, because our last game is home game will be against UCLA March 1st. Texas Tech lost. Yes, they did lose, and they dropped 4 spots for that loss too. Chicago, they dropped down 4 spots. So yeah, number 20. They're not top 16 team. It's not happening. SC, you think it's SC versus Vandy? Man, Vandy doesn't match up well with you guys. They not. That's lunch meat. Okay, so Farrell want to call it. I don't want to see SC and Vandy. I want to see SC and LSU. But okay, go for it. Michaela Blakes gets to redeem herself, and little Galvin get to redeem themselves for a chance at trying to be coach of the year and freshman of the year and national freshman of the year. Man, get out of here. Welcome back, Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome back, Georgia Bulldogs. I like that team. Ohio State has Minnesota before us. Then after us, they have Michigan and Michigan State. My point is Ohio State is going to go through the gauntlet. Yes, that is your point, and I do agree. But why do you keep – I'm going to check the schedule. We played Minnesota. Why do you keep saying Minnesota is my point? You're confusing me. We don't play Minnesota. Maybe I'm not understanding you. Maybe that's my fault. We played stinking Minnesota already. That's my point to you. And they didn't play Minnesota before us. You see what I'm saying? Today, Monday, we have Iowa and Nebraska. There's probably other games on, but I'm only looking at the moment at the top 25. 13th ranked Nebraska is playing right now. They're up by 12 against Nebraska. Poor Nebraska. Tomorrow, you got Tennessee, Ole Miss. That should be great. Wednesday, you have UConn, Villanova, Northwestern, Michigan State, Baylor, Texas Tech. Those are 2 ranked teams going to go at it. I'm sure Texas Tech want to get a bite at Baylor. TCU plays Houston, which for them, I think they've already played them this year. Would be easy. Ohio State plays Minnesota February 18th, which is Wednesday. Thursday, we have Texas A&M playing Tennessee. Texas plays Arkansas. Alabama and South Carolina go at it. And Alabama is ranked 25th. LSU plays Ole Miss. That should be interesting. And here's what I don't want to see from LSU. Do not drop your heads. Do not, which I don't think they will. Do not be so focused on blaming, shame to blame, or upset that Mookie gives Bella more time. Get used to it. You're going to need all hands on deck. So bringing Bella in for more time, continuing to play Zakiya Johnson are all the things that this team needs and a winning recipe, in my opinion, to get as far as that they believe that they can. Washington plays UCLA. North Carolina plays Virginia Tech. Oklahoma plays Georgia. This should be interesting because I really like Georgia being a spoiler over there in the SEC. I want to see them get down against, do something spectacular, try to knock off another top ranked team. Duke plays North Carolina State. Even though North Carolina State isn't ranked, I think you should be careful with Westmore and NC State because they are hungry and they really want to prove that they belong and that they still have it. And they're just trying to figure some things out. So Duke at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Iowa plays Purdue. They got an easy trek. Friday, don't see any top teams that we know of. Baylor, a ranked team, plays Arizona on Saturday. Oklahoma State plays West Virginia. Texas Tech plays Colorado Sunday. Ole Miss, finally, you get to Ole Miss in South Carolina on the 22nd on Sunday. Other interesting matchups, Ohio State and USC, February 22nd. We do travel to Ohio for that. Tennessee and Oklahoma, that should be interesting on Sunday. Vanderbilt and Kentucky, that's going to be a hot one. Iowa, Michigan, that should be a hot one. I'm not going to read off all of them. And then Minnesota and Michigan State, that should be a hot one on Sunday, the 22nd. Let's see another hot game moving forward. I'm moving towards Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 25th. Michigan and Ohio State. Yes, that's going to be, I see the gauntlet. Jay. Michigan and Ohio State. That's a gauntlet on Wednesday, the 25th. And speaking of Big Ten, I need to focus on the Big Ten because this is what the Trojans have to go through. I'm trying to think of any other teams that are both ranked playing each other and moving forward. Georgia and Texas finally. Who Georgia got it going on, man? They got a chance to pop somebody sleeping. On the 26th, they play Texas. Alabama and Vanderbilt, both ranked. Alabama ranked 25th as well on the 26th. Could be a trap game. Tennessee and the 27th. Did I miss over Tennessee and LSU? Tennessee and LSU is Thursday the 26th. Look out for that. Yeah, it's getting ready. It's getting down. It's getting down before the tournament. I think those will be the order for the SC tournament in terms of seeding. Okay. Got you. Well, get our fifth quad win against Ohio State and they'll give us a vote. Yeah. Yeah, they should. SC versus LSU, Texas versus Vanderbilt in the semifinals. Let's go. I want to see that. That is what the matchup would look like, most likely, but there's still games to play. Yes, there's still games to play. Still stuff to happen over there. I'm saying Ohio State will play Minnesota. Okay. Blakes didn't play poorly to have to redeem herself. She basically shot all of the free throws. I haven't seen anyone since Juju Watkins get 20 free throws. I think the most I've seen Juju shoot was 19. Which Oliver, her points mainly came from there. So if you take away those free throws, hold on, this is my dentist's office. Okay. Blakes didn't play poorly. She poorly to have to redeem herself. She basically shot all the free throws yesterday. But I can't be mad at her if she knows how to draw them. But I think some of them weren't fouls. But hey, if she's drawing them on y'all, then keep doing what you're doing. All right. All right. Hot take. Hot take. Farrell says Joyce for SEC Player of the Year. Farrell, talk to me about that. You really think Joyce will get Player of the Year over Michaela Blake's in the SEC? Because it damn sure is not Madison. Tell me, does everybody agree? Blake's or Joyce? Or is it even Blake's and Joyce? Is it Blake's and somebody else? What's the prediction for the Big Ten championship? What do we think that will look like? I think Jay gave it to you. Jay, put up. You want to know like the top four to get a double bye, or how do you want me to say this? Like just outright, who will be in the finals or something? Because it probably should be in the finals. It probably should be UCLA and Michigan, right? Hot take is the Trojans sneaking in there to play in the finals just for optics and redeem ourselves from last year. But I think our outright team, because they just have all the pieces to win it all, should be UCLA. I think Coach Lindsay can outcoach her. I just think she has the bigs and the talents this year, but she doesn't have. UCLA doesn't have athleticism. They don't have the speed to keep up with us, but we're still trying to get our other pieces to be able to space out, spread out, continue to play tough D, and that Kennedy has a strong game along with Kara, London, and Jazzy. Moving those pieces around at UCLA like that, but also just having that 6'7" big body in there kind of does just play in their favor. Not because Lauren Betts is an offensive threat, but because she's such a great passer. And if she is double, she knows how to pass out to the open person. And then this year, they actually have Ninkins, Hawkins, and Dukelich, and Kiki. And at times, Charlize, that can actually hit the outside shot. So there has to be a lot of good ball movement, feet movement and communication and rotations on our defense when you help hedge to get back to your man, as UCLA is running us through screens, that we're knowing how to switch properly and staying active on the man and not letting them get downhill to the basket the way Kiki likes to do. Texas Longhorns are back. Where'd they go? Where'd y'all go? They did everything they can to help those frauds win over our Longhorns down there in Music City, and then went to Georgia and lost to an unranked Georgia team. How about that? What do you think that's about, Hookem? I need to know. SC by 50 over Ole Miss. Good golly. Hot take. You think Coach Show would? Now, first of all, I don't think Don would ever do that. But I get your point. They have no chance. Kalina Smith was visiting. She was visiting. Yes, she's been visiting everywhere. By the way, Hookem. We had her visiting. I mean, she's in Southern Cal, but she's seen us lose. See, if you're a smart incoming recruit, whether a team lost or not, you could look at it several different ways. It doesn't matter like who won or who lost between LSU and SC. What matters is that who are you and who do you want to be? Do you want to be the catalyst to come in and be the missing spark that takes them over the top to be what's missing for LSU to beat the top team? Or do you want to join the top team and be a part of a winning culture to get a championship, and you're just a keg in that whole scheme of things, and the idea of playing with one of the best point guards ever in college and learning something from them? Or who are you, Kalina? Is what I say. And then there's a lot of other things that go into that. Being away from home, being, going somewhere that you're not familiar with, or do you like a small town type environment? Um, do you get along? Do you think you would get along with the team? I'm sure you can get along with anybody, but do you think you could connect with anybody on the team that you can roll with and run with? You know, one of the things that helps Jersey is her best friend from an opposite team is one of the incoming post players. So that made it much more easier and comfortable for her to go there. Texas Longhorn versus Arkansas, Texas versus Oklahoma in the SEC championship. So that means there's going to be some upsets. If Texas and Oklahoma were to play in the SEC championship, somebody's a fraud. Somebody got knocked off. Somebody figured something out. This is what I all believe. So some between Texas and Oklahoma, you figured something out within yourself to be able to beat Gamecocks or LSU, in my opinion. I got Kentucky Wildcats over Vanderbilt. Hook 'em. I ain't mad at you. I wanted Koval to play more, but her play didn't warrant it. Right. That's it. She at least shot 100% from the free throw line. At least, right? Farrell said, you lying. Farrell, stop it. Georgia for the upset. I think Georgia is a spoiler in the SEC. And they love playing that. They love playing that role, and I ain't mad at them. Ever since Coach Yo came out talking about the ranking, Ole Miss has lost every game. Exactly, she need to be quiet. Exactly. Good point, Groovy. The Trojans need to win every game in the month of February to be good positioning in March, right? And just see what you can do with the Bruins, right? You may be able to win the game. Yeah. That's how I feel. Thank you, Hookem. That's exactly what I feel. That's exactly what we're going for. And of course, we're not even just going for, trying to hang. We're trying to come on over to Galen and do something that we did last year, which is to beat you at home. And you're undefeated in conference. We want to spoil that. We definitely want to spoil that. And that would greatly position us better in the seedings. You know what I'm saying? Greatly. Ever since Coach Yo made a comment about the ranking, they have not won against a ranked team. Texas Longhorns by 15 over Georgia. Texas, hook 'em, y'all got to get it together. Do you think you can? Do you think that the comments that Coach Vic made are something that is either going to motivate them, or is that really something that broke their spirits? Tell me. Maddie Booker is going to win the national player of the year. There's no conversation about Maddie this year. She's not even going to win the SEC player of the year. Booker hasn't played that well in the last 3 games. Joyce Edwards, that cooked in value, everybody knows if those refs hadn't saved Raymond Johnson would be a different outcome right now. Everybody knows. Everybody knows it. There you go. Hot take. Joyce is on the best player. It's the best player on the best team in the SEC. Boom. So Joyce is better than Tessa. She got a harder role than Tessa does. She's down there fighting for her life. Joyce is down there battling, fighting for her life. I don't know how she's going to do that all the way through the tournament. Somebody got to take the pressure off like Okot. Okot played super well. She had like 17 boards. That's what I'm talking about. That's what a big body needs to do, what Okot did. Even though she was playing with, almost fouled out, I don't care. LSU was close to getting both of them out. But the crazy part is the way the matchup was predicted is that the guards were, and I think the guards like Tessa and Raven took it personal because they had predicted that the guards from LSU were going to be better. And so they went in. I don't know if you guys realize they went in with it like, oh, so they're better than us, but we have a better front court. So you handled the front court. You handled it very well, pretty well. I think that, yes, very well, because I think the rebounding, I think the scoring, everything was like you fought, you held down enough to make it about the guards. And then their guards from LSU didn't step up. I didn't like that. Matty Booker is playing tough. It's conference against defenses that are too physical against her. It's crazy because I'm not really impressed with the defenses in the SEC. And she should be dominating in the SEC from her position and height. She's not playing tough enough for me. WashU, hey, good. Hey, what's good? Good win for USC over Iowa. Yeah, we're trying to get another quad one big win, WashU. But how the fuck did Vandy lose to Georgia? Because they went and ran their mouth about her coach. The media started talking about Galvin being freshman of the year over Jazzy Davidson. You're going to come out and have three, whatever good games you had. Now everybody's like, okay, Galvin, we know what to do with you. We're going to focus on you. And she couldn't handle it. UCLA versus USC, Michigan Big Ten Championship. Let's go. That's the way it should be, and that's the way it was gonna be. And what was supposed to happen, hypothetically, was we would win it. Still pissed that Don trolled the LSU fans. You mean with that sweatshirt? You know what, that I didn't even know. Somebody told me that's not a good look. Her trolling the fans, if you're meaning the sweatshirt, because she made it all about her. She made it all about him. She already has a reputation for really being the face of the team and not the team. Don't get mad at me. I'm only telling you what's said on the streets. Hookem, if she's the player of the year, she should be able to overcome that. She's nowhere near the player of the year. Talking about Madison Booker. Who's our prediction for the Big Ten Championship? Obviously, UCLA at the moment. I can't deny that. If you're wondering like who they would play, on paper, probably they should be playing Michigan, and Michigan's going to try to take it. If Michigan plays UCLA, they are going to try to do something that is incredible for them for me, as a young team that I did not see and would not ever have seen if Trojans were fully healthy. And so I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Said we call her Boo. Yeah. Basically, when you guys boo Dawn, so she thinks it's corny. It's kind of corny, but she said, okay, I'm your boo. But see, I love her thinking because I used to do a thing where when I'm at the free throw line, like imagine that, in some arenas, the student section is behind the basket. And so when you're shooting those free throws and they're screaming and yelling and everything, you trick your mind into believing that they're cheering for you. And that's what I would always do, that they're cheering for me. Texas Longhorns are frauds. There you go. Farrell's attacking you. Booker is nowhere near player of the year. She's not even SEC. That's what I said. She's not even SEC player of the year. Blake's got that at Brazil and Hookem. Kalina Smith better make the right decision, unlike Jersey. She's a Trojan. UCLA runs the Big Ten for now. If you agree or disagree with the top 25, hit that like button. I love it, Brazil. If you agree or disagree with the top 25, hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. South Carolina runs the SEC. Human interest story. Since I saw the Bed Sisters mom, I saw that commercial. I wonder where the height came from. Their dad is 7'1" and their brother is 7'2". I don't know. I've only seen her mother in person when I was in Vegas. I love the commercial a lot. I love the commercial. I love the commercial for them. That was so cute. And I do wonder where they get their hype from. I really do. And if I can find out, because, they'll be coming to the Galen, and I don't know if their father, I thought I knew who the father was, but I don't know about height or anything like that. If he comes, I'll let you guys know. South Carolina defense is better than LSU. I thought LSU played great defense. I love the way that they were rotating, and they were in the right spots where they needed to be. I think there were times where they weren't boxing out the perimeter, and I think South Carolina, nothing particular to me that they did that made them like a defensive standout. I don't think there was any. I mean, they both teams had like 9 turnovers, so I think their defenses were even, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Yeah, Galvan got exposed. She got exposed, and she's going to have a hard time moving forward because if she's supposed to be the freshman of the year, she's supposed to be an integral part of the offense along with Blake's, then she's going to have to be ready for what she's going to face moving forward because they're going to have to come up with a different offensive set and skill set in terms of like, okay, you're double, bring up Passat to catch it and do dribble handoffs and things like that. You're going to have to figure that out because you brought so much attention to this kid. Now she's going to have to be facing a whole different thing. South Carolina is way better than LSU. You shouldn't say way better because they didn't they didn't beat them like they're way better. Juju, the Chosen suck like trash. I wouldn't say we suck at all. Her dad was drafted in the NBA, but played in Europe. Oh, yeah, that's where they got that height. That's where they got that height. Jersey Robinson made the right choice with SC. You guys just mad. I'm not mad we don't have her. We don't need her. Personally, Pharaoh, no, I mean, we're not even in the least bit jealous or blinking on that one. I mean, for real, guys, like, sorry, Pharaoh, that was not the player that we were looking for or that we needed. You know what I mean? Sanaya Hall is what we got. Sanaya Hall is what we needed. And Sanaya Hall is better than Jersey Robinson, Pharaoh. Way better. Really, her dad is 7'1". Andy Betts, I believe is his name. Okay, cool. That's where they got that height. Carolina has been given an easy schedule by the conference that they play in. Yeah, because I believe ESPN wants to always have an SEC team in the finals. But I don't think that the brackets that you saw recently are going to be the brackets for the, Sweet 16. It was like they gave you 16 play. I think that's going to change a bit. Yeah, Galvin was a non-factor. She didn't know what she was facing. Carolina has not had to play a tough team twice like LSU and the Longhorns. Got it. I got it. I see what you're saying. The way that schedule went. I got it now. Well, that's not good for them to have it easy because you want to play tough schedules because that's the way it's going to look. Like the way it looked in the Players Era tournament where they played every day, for 3 days. So that's something that they're going to have to be able to, be in a hopefully if SC is healthy, then that would help. I mean, they limped through that game with LSU missing. I don't think their team is fully healthy. I think a fully healthy team, it may not have been closer because I believe when they got Maker on the floor, I don't know that LSU would have had an opportunity to be as close as they were. I think a healthy Gamecocks is going to be very hard to beat in the SEC. LSU should have beaten SC. Free throws aren't mixed often. Free throws are situational basketball, and meaning for me, somebody said on my made a comment after my show, which I love that when you watch my replay, that you make comments in there because there's a lot going on. You should go back and look at it. I think there was one person really trying to defend LSU for you LSU fans, but the majority of you guys didn't get in the comments, but they were like, "Oh, you can say what if this, what if the Gamecocks didn't miss layup?" But missing bunnies, which both teams did, that's a different hypothetical situation. Situational is when you're at a free throw shooting free shots. That is a difference maker. And we all know that if Flau'jae, even Dawn Staley said it, she did not expect her to miss that. That should have taken it into overtime. Hall is trash on defense. No, you guys keep on talking about this Sanaya Hall thing being trash on defense, but I implore you to go to OTE Select. When those two were sophomores, she shut down the number one high school player in the country at the moment, which was Jersey Robinson, and Jersey Robinson never got back to that position. Sanaya Hall landed there. In fact, Jersey probably ranked 6th in her class. She was ranked in her sophomore year as number 1 until we all saw Sanaya Hall shut her down on defense. So this whole thing about her not playing defense is really hilarious to me. You're spewing a narrative so many times that you're trying to get people to believe you when you say that. And it's so funny because anybody that comes to USC gonna learn how to play defense. Or if you know how, you're gonna get even better. Because 1, we play team defense. 2, individually, we're one of the best with our players on defense. So it's really funny for you to say something that is so untrue. I laugh. It's hilarious to me that you think Sanaya Hall can't play defense. And that you don't remember, that you don't follow them enough to know she shut that kid down so badly. They had to take her off of her because it's, OT Select is like a showcase. And they was trying to showcase the number 1 player in the class, but she got tore up and shot down. Go find that video when they were 15 at OTE Select, ISO World versus WMD3, whatever that name was. Shut her down. SC fans have their moments, not like they never lost to a team we blew out anytime sooner. Right, Washu. It's crazy. They're crazy. They're crazy for thinking that Jersey is a top pick over Sanaya Hall. Absolutely. Absolutely not. I don't even really see how Jersey fits for you guys with what you already have. Like, how are you going to start her? Jersey Robinson shows South Carolina curious to see how it's allowed to develop. I'm curious, too. I'm very curious. I think they need a bully ball guard like that, but I'm trying to think, like, really, does she start or does she come off the bench? Because you could have just came off the bench with us if you was humble enough and willing enough to do that. Passat was shooting them logos. I didn't know she had that range. A lot of those post players, when you think that they're supposed to be inside, i.e. Alicia Turnaby's, especially if they're international, they shoot from the outside. Now, what's scary is when Alicia Turnaby's gets stronger, gets used to the SEC play and gets used to physical contact, and she's pulling it out there, but also going inside, she could be scary for them. She's a good piece for them. I don't know if she can develop fast enough to have it now, but if they develop her the way they develop Medina Okot, she could be pretty lit for the Gamecocks. And you got to remember that even though LSU is not healthy right now, they're missing 2 players. Chicago's missing 2 players? Who? Chicago, people were blaming Big Four. Why would you blame Big Four? She had a fantastic game. Oh, for the missed 3. To me, it was a team shooting 60% from the line when normally they shot. Yeah. Me, myself, and I. D7, what's happening? LSU had an easy schedule than SC. Yeah, but I think they had so many new players. I didn't mind them finding themselves with an easy schedule at all. Me, myself, and I. How you doing? If do I know you? If I don't, hit that subscribe button for me. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I need you to help me. Help me get to my current goal. It's been that way for a minute. And if you'd like to donate, please feel free to send money to the Cash App. Better at to to the buy a super chat or donate to Juju on the Beat 100. My Cash App. Anything enough for a soda is fine. Nothing in the SEC is easy. Nothing in the Big Ten is easy. Tell them, Jew. I'm telling them. I'm not afraid to say that what I think. It's all coming down to coaching. Jersey is reformed linebacker. I mean, Cody McMahon. That linebacker, you see what that linebacker style got her when she tried to go down the middle for the win. She did very good stepping to the side, and they still called that charge on her. Yeah, Jersey Robinson, definitely a linebacker. What's Ole Miss problem? What's Ole Miss problem, y'all? All right, Basil, take care. Thank you. I thought I was gonna catch y'all on your day off. Don't you supposed to be having a holiday today? Kentucky and Vandy have to play twice. I like that. There's a possibility that Kentucky goes on a road in a Music City and wins that basketball game. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Kenny Brooks is no joke. Jersey Robinson is Juju. Oh, Juju. Girl, Juju. Watch TV. No freshman has had a freshman year like Juju Watkins. The closest one probably was Hannah, they say. But Juju Watkins' freshman year, for instance, Michaela, even with her 50 balls that year, and we all know what her 50 balls look like last year, still didn't score close to 920 points. She wasn't even close to 800 points. So she can't possibly be having 1,000 this year to pass Jude in their sophomore year. Jude stopped with the injury at 1,709 points. Jersey Robinson will not be scoring 920 points to break Juju Watkins' record. And this whole thing about her breaking her record in high schools, it took her 3 years to score what Juju Watkins scored at Sierra Canyon. 3 years to score 2,000. Juju scored 2,000 in 2 years. Jersey is not much watch. See, what did you say? Must watch TV like Juju Watkins. Who does South Carolina y'all have to play twice? Cody McMahon versus Tennessee will be great. That'll be interesting. Jersey has to. Okay, I knew you were going to go there, Farrell. So let me clarify for you, Farrell. She scored to break Juju Watkins' record because she went there for 3 years. Juju went to Sierra Canyon for 2 years. Baby T, let them know. Let them know here, because we in California. Let them know that record that Jersey broke of Juju is because it took her 3 years to do it. SC plays twice. Juju, stop it. No, Farrell, you need to stop it. Then don't bring it up. Michaela Williams clutch and not bucket. Michaela Williams is not clutch because she needs to come alive in the fourth quarter. And she needs to figure something out besides relying on that 3 ball, okay? No, you're hating. You're hating. You're hating, Farrell. You're not going to come into my chat on a Juju-centric channel, in a Trojan-centric channel, and tell me that Jersey is much CTV like Juju. She don't have the motion nationally, culturally in Los Angeles like Juju Watkins. Okay? No one knows in California, LA, Jersey Robinson the way we know Juju Watkins. And don't come in here and tell me she broke Juju's record. That's great, but it took her 3 years to do it. And like Baby T said, I imagine if Juju was there for 4 years, you might have seen something you never seen before. Nah, they played Oklahoma, Alabama twice. LSU played Texas twice. Got it. Juju Watkins is the best player to ever play at the school, and that includes Kennedy Burke, and that includes De Jesus who plays for Notre Dame. I can't even think of anybody else other than she won an award that a lot of people don't know she won, Juju. She's the best player in the last century of any athlete in California. You understand what we got going on in California? You hope Jersey smoke. I hope Jersey smoke. Yeah, she need to smoke herself. I don't know who you meant. Oh, Juju. You think Jersey smoke her? How? What is Jersey's bad? I'm just curious. I'm just entertaining this. Yeah, there you go. Baby T said, get your own channel. I agree with this too. And make it about Jersey. Make it about Jersey. Because if you think Jersey smoked Juju, how? With the 3-ball, with driving on her? I'm confused. With what? Like, how? What is in her bag that she could smoke Juju? Juju will shoot right over the top of her, Euro on her. I can tell you, I can describe what that would look like if she dare think she's going to guard her. Juju will win an Natty, yes. Baby T, I have my own channel. Okay, there you go. So she's saying, talk about Jersey there, because I don't want to, Jersey's a California girl, then, and I don't want to come at her. I'm just really coming at you. I applaud. I met Jersey. I think she's a cool kid, like very, very sweet girl. But her style and her play and her game is going to be interesting playing with the Gamecocks. And she likes to pull when she likes to pull. She likes to shoot when she likes to shoot. It's just going to be very curious how she allows Dawn to shape her game. So everybody says you should go and talk about Jersey there. But when you start trying to compare Jersey to Juju Watkins, I think you've lost your marbles, and you're probably the only one ever to think that. She has no motion in LA like that at all. Yeah, smoker. You're talking two different positions. It's a lazy take. It's the lazy take. I don't even know why they want to. I've heard it before from him. I don't know if I heard it somewhere else, Tina, that I'm like, that's like, Jersey's like her little sister. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird to think that way. Thank you, King Lion. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jersey's a legit, but she's not a generation. Yeah, she's legit, but she's not a generational talent. And that's it, period. Come on. Stop it. I only said on for real, with all of my basketball knowledge and expertise and all the players that I've seen in California, including Tina and all of them, I really don't. I'm trying to figure out why she wanted Jersey. And I'm thinking because she maybe wanted a bully type guard, a physical guard. I don't know. I just don't see how she fits with the Gamecock. I just don't. And I'm so fascinated with trying to see how that works. But I never saw her in that uniform. I'm truly shocked right now. She's a great guard. Jersey Robinson is a great guard, but she's not generational. Juju Watkins is. Yeah, come on now. It's to the point where, and then I am going to talk about Juju because I don't think I talk about her enough at all. Juju, I don't even have a comparison about, like, when I think about high schoolers in Los Angeles and I think of all of our greats, And I think about greats across the country, and I think about um, basketball players I've seen in my whole entire career, a life rather, in my life, and I've been in this earth 6 decades. I don't know of a player that plays like Juju Watkins. I don't have a I don't even know who her role model. I know she spoke of Candace a lot. Candace got a smooth, like ambidextrous style of playing, and she's 6'3". Like she's taller than Juju. Like I don't, I don't, I don't have a player I can say Juju plays like. She's one of one. She's a real one of one. She's a real rare player. Like I'm sorry, guys, I just don't. That can take over a game, whether it be her scoring or passing. Um, she's clutch. She's, I don't know. I just don't know of a player that plays like her. I can't think of one. I mean, the closest with Maya saying that she reminds her of her. Even Maya Moore's style is different than Juice. Yeah, she'll win the Big Ten. We're coming back. We're coming back for that. We're coming back for regular season and the conference. And then we're going to move on, from there. And there's going to be, some improvement over there in Texas with Ali Spade, Addie Bourne, Brig Crenton. You'll probably lose Oldacre, Rory. You'll still have Jordan Lee. I believe you still have Carlton. You'll still have Bria Cunningham. And then you're going to add these freshmen to the mix. And you're definitely going to have, in place of Rory, you're going to have Preston. But in a way, way, way too early ESPN rankings, they said UConn, number 1, number 2, South Carolina, and 3, USC Trojans. And we do have that game early on with the Gamecocks at CLA. And you know how Juju is when it comes to defining moments. I hope it's a college game day game. That would be great. And you know how she is when it comes to the big bright lights. Okay, so let's not play. Juju Watkins should be able to get the number 1 overall seed, but like she said, Connecticut always. Well, I know she said she said not overall. I don't think she said UConn has always the overall. They always have a number 1 seed, but definitely not overall. Like this year, who is overall? Is it UCLA? Or excuse me, no, overall this year is UConn. We just need a solid big. You Trojans need a solid big or 2 just for the paint presence and rebounds. That's it. That's it. What's up, go Juju Watkins? That's right. Trojans will beat SC. Yeah. That will be a great game against South Carolina next year. That will be a great game against. I think we'll make that very, 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 very interesting. When we go into CLA. Hi, Lord Black Hat. Hit that subscribe button. Will you, please? And I'll read your comments. 72-70 USC wins. I think she was talking about the net with the Huskies. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. What do you think about, assuming UConn wins it this year, I think ESPN was assuming that they would win this year, and usually whoever wins, they come and they rank them number 1 for next year. Do you think that Connecticut is going to come back with a strong enough team to hang with the Gamecocks or Trojans? I think Vandy is a step away. They need some more power and offense. I think what's the team? Michigan needs it. Still not convinced with them. I like the way they moved the ball and they released that ball, but there's going to be as far as like who's 3rd and who's 4th and 5th and stuff coming out in the rankings. And I don't remember what it says when I saw it, who that would be. But I do know. Yeah, I don't care as long as who wins as long as it's not UCLA. Okay, this year. Okay. I sure hope that. I sure wonder if UConn is if they're still going to be sharp because player teams have been like sharpening themselves against other teams so well in these conferences that and playing some really close nail biter games that I hope that UConn is ready for this. I think the Trojans should be right there. Uh, should be number one going in the next. I don't want that position goat. I don't want to go into. I don't want to go in number one without proving it. Okay, I think 3 is fine. There's no pressure, and let us get our chemistry together, and let's get our chemistry together. So we got to gel, and then we can come out swinging. Huskies are the team. Huskies are the team to beat. UConn will be disciplined and solid. AZ's leaving is going to solidify Sarah Strong being the player we know she is, and she will impose her dominance, and supporting pieces will complement her. Yeah, she's going to have to show me. I want to see Sarah assert her dominance because they are pushing. And Michaela Blakes was not number one in that class. Sarah Strong was, and Michaela's trying to make that push to take that from her. I don't want number one next year. Yeah, I don't want number one. I want definitely top 3. Tina wants top 5. Definitely, I want to be in the top 3. Just starting off, I want us to. We're going to have to prove that. Well, that will be enough for the Natty. Maybe not. For us. Oh no, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I believe we'll win the national championship. I'm just saying ranking stuff. I don't want the Bruins winning anything. We got to win a championship before they do. Right. That part. That part. That part. Although we already have won a championship before them, GOAT. We won 2. So they won the AIAW championship before everything switched over to NCAA. And Louisiana Tech won that. I think against Viv Stringer. Yeah, and then next year, and then the following second year, that was when I entered into college. We were NCAA, and that's when Cheryl and the gang did what they did. And trust me, it was like beating. Louisiana Tech was like a UConn back then. They were scary. They were the team to beat. They were. I mean, whew, that was a hell of a game. If you ever could go see that game, it's real kind of grainy. I wish they could put it. Maybe. I mean, I think they show you highlights in the Women of Troy documentary, but it's actually on YouTube to watch that game. But you still can't get the feel of what it was like, what happened that season, and how we beat them earlier in non-conference. And then when it came back to play them, we had never been on a big stage like that, and how nervous they were. I think they were nervous in the beginning of that game. But good old Linda Sharp, shout out Coach Linda Sharp, went to the locker room at halftime and made the adjustment and told them, let's go. This is what we're going to do. And she came out with our famous press, and all was history. She let them girls go, let them go, play their style of basketball. And it was like on and cracking with Yolanda Fletcher and Cooper on the court doing their thing. Absolutely back to back. We did that against Kim. So wouldn't that be interesting if the Trojans did that again against? Yeah, they'll probably go back in time. They'll probably go back in time in history and present that. I think LSU, just like us, need a mobile big, strong defender, rebounder. I'm proud of Amaya Joyner and Grace Knox. I couldn't ask for a more grittier performance down there. I think Sakai Johnson could have helped. It's just so many ways you could have spun that game. But she did take her people off the floor. She did take Michaela and Johnson off the floor to get a lot of rest and get a minute. But and like I said, my opinion, Bella Hines should have been in sooner to cool down Tessa, but she did a great job in the second half because that's who you needed. But then you needed someone to counteract Raymond. And Rashad, I think Rashad took way too many shots. Way too many shots. When they weren't falling, she wasn't being a playmaker, you know. And Mitch, if you notice, I never talked about Fawali in this game. I never talked about her because I didn't ever want to put the emphasis on Lay, even though, honestly, full-heartedly, I thought Lay was going to have a great game because I felt like she was the one of the best Gamecocks offensively that they had. But in reality, it looked like her assignment was to get the ball inside to Koval, and she kept trying to do that. She was the only one that tried to do that, and she sacrificed her game for that, and it made her look bad with the turnovers. Since she's still coaching, when the Trojans make the championship game, either next season or the season after, hopefully the opponent is not Kim like at Louisiana Tech. That would be great. I think you better hope that LSU can be somewhere near the championship or the Final Four, because we're definitely going to be there. We're definitely going to be there. I have no doubt about that, guys. It's a long season, and let me see. So far, Texas opening, up beating Texas, beating UCLA in November on Thanksgiving at the Players Era tournament and beating South Carolina was not on the bingo card. But at the end of the day, we see that UCLA is number 2 in the country, and you can't take that away from them until they play one another. You want to see Blake versus Juju? I don't think they'll be guarding each other at all. Kid Dog got that. So how's Blake gonna get loose on Kid Dog? King gonna lock her ass down. Yeah, you said it. You were typing it as I was saying it, I bet. Lock her ass down, but that's gonna be prime time. She'll lock her ass down. Right. And Jersey gonna be all over Galvin. She won't even be able to see the brim. See the number 1 record versus the number 2 recruit in the national championship game. Juju Watkins versus Michaela Williams. Okay. Is that what you go? You think that's what it's going? You think that's gonna be the you think that'll be the matchup? I can't wait. You know what I'm looking for Juju is to see Juju get single coverage. That's what I'm looking for, Tina. I'm looking for Juju to have have some single coverage for once. This will be peak TV next year. It's gonna be. Let me tell you something. I can't wait to see how TV coverage covers Juju's comeback game. Cover the Trojans in general. I mean, come on, you got 3 number 1 recruits on the floor, and you don't think that television coverage wants to follow that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to have a college game day or something. Like, you got, like I always say, you got Juju, Jazzy, Kenny Lee, Smith, Sanaya Hall, the number 1 5-star international player, Taya Fagan, and I believe in my heart that the bench is, with Malia coming off of it, and somebody was talking to me about Malia and her vlog and the conversation about I don't know. I don't know what they meant by this about Kiara and London seeking a fifth year. I don't know how you could do that, but what that's about. But I hate that Kiara and London aren't gonna get a ring with us, but they're always gonna be a Trojan. So they're part of the development and of this team. I just feel like anybody, uh, including K9, Avery, and Kiki, they in our offense, you need at least 2 seasons. By the second season, you'll get it. And I think they're coming along a lot quicker than those girls did. Galen about to be cracked. Gonna have to get there 3 hours before tip. Yes, Tina, you're gonna have to get off early, man. You're gonna have to get out early, or you're gonna have to become dressed in your work clothes. Cause I'm retired. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna make sure that I'm there, seated, watching warm ups and everything else. I gotta be there. I gotta see this. Um, especially, I hope she opens up. Because we got to open up with non-conference games. I want our non-conference games to be challenging. Because when they don't play teams that are to their level, they look bored out there. But they should go on and make it fun and entertaining for themselves and try different things against teams that they know that they're better than. Man, these quarterbacks getting 7 years and these G Leagues players going to the court to go back to college, anything is possible for Kara and DZ, right? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, I heard about that. I heard about that rule. So I was like, does that apply to us? And how does that exactly work? Like, if you don't get drafted no, we know for sure Kara's on the board. She's on the board. Like, how does that look? How can you come back? I mean, Kara's really, really going to be in a good spot on the board. And my thought is, so I'm trying to figure out like what she meant by that, or unless she was just wishing. USC is the place to be. Yeah, our football team going to be cracking. Our basketball team is going to be cracking. I think a conversation I'd like to really know is, does Eliza Rena go ahead and go into the pros, or does Eliza Rena stay? I want him to stay. Get healthy. I don't want to see him have to go to developmental league. Like, I want him to step into the league for real. Like, as LeBron goes out, you bring this kid and make room for some other plays. Like, Bron needs to go on and just go into the sunset on, maybe he didn't go on top with a win, but I think he's talking about taking the boys to Cleveland, and it's like, that's just, I don't know. I'm not going to, I seen Bronny play the other night. He looked good. I think he's going to be okay. He's going to do his thing, and he's finding a niche, what his niche is, if you feel me. This weekend in Los Angeles was in NBA All-Star Weekend, and it was wonder. I saw the Players Society with Gina Prince, the director, Blackway Prince, of Love and Basketball, Players Society creative, had new gear with Cheryl Miller. She was part of the panel. Shania Lathan was there, part of the panel. Juju, I think Juju was also part of another panel. Yeah, with that panel at the complex with the stars of the two stars of Love and Basketball, and that was just a wonderful weekend. She attended with her sister the NBA All-Star game. It was just the way that you saw the stars out, you can guarantee that celebrities will be at Juju's game. Celebrities will be, it's going to be a place to be, like you said, Jay. And thank God we have our season tickets, right? Thank goodness we have our season tickets, because one of the things people talk about is the X factor. One of the X factors to come to play in the Galen is that you don't know who could be in that crowd. You don't know who is going to be sitting courtside for Juju's games. And when you come from small towns and environments where you don't have what we have in Los Angeles. Not only are we going to have a full sold out crowd, you're going to have celebrity row there to see her play, to support her on her way back. And you're going to have to know how to play in front of that environment of bright lights and cameras, okay? Because she's just that entertaining. Man, these Juju Watkins should win National Player of the Year. I hope so. I hope so. I hope she come back. I mean, I know she's going to be fully healthy, and she's going to come back with a vengeance to claim her spot. And she's not going to have the same usage that she, around 30-something, over 30-something%. I don't think she'll have to have that high of a usage, but somewhere she's always going to be around that ball. No, and she's got so much to spread out to work with. And then sometimes I think the non-conference leagues and some of the teams in the conference are going to get blown out so bad, it's going to give an opportunity to play a lot of our bench players. But I don't think you're going to go like a hockey substitution, take out 5, put in 5. I think Gottlieb would be smart and mix it up so that everyone has the opportunity to play with some of the starters to keep us fresh, to keep us sharp, to keep us going in the right direction. So question is, like, what does UCLA have coming? I know a lot of people don't wonder, like, okay, they're going to lose about 6, 7 seniors. What is Corey Close? I think she has something in mind. May not look like a lot of. She'll go to the portal. She'll go international. I think we'll go to the portal because there will be a lot of exciting action go, with the return of Juju, that any big, like a Clara Strack or something like that could want to come over and play with us. I think that would have happened even this year. There were a lot of guards out there that I'm impressed with that could have fit right on in with us to help Malia out, because Malia, she's excellent off the bench. That's her thing. She had never started as a point guard, and then Jazzy, Ken, Ju, all of them can play point. Hell, Sanai could play a point, but we're not gonna play her. We don't really play point guards, but I'm just saying, like, for award's sake, we play positionless basketball. Let's just call it what it is. Juju Watkins and the Trojan Big Three are the best in the country. Just keep on, keep on, and I can't wait to prove it. I can't wait to prove it. I cannot wait to prove it. Go. I cannot wait to prove it. I cannot wait to prove it. It's going to be, go enjoy your spring and summer. Hopefully watching what USA Basketball Worlds, I think it's called. Watch the WNBA and get ready, because once we get to rolling and we roll right on into April, May, and then our summertime, we're going to enjoy the sun. We're going to do what we got to do, right, guys? And we're going to watch, by faith, we're going to watch the WNBA. And then we're going to come back and we're going to watch the Trojans. And we're still a top watch team without Juju. That's what's crazy to me. And so with Juju, we'll probably be the number one team that teams are going to watch, that viewers are going to watch. Okay? You're going to want to watch us every step of the way. Yeah, they have to make a statement when they go to Greenwood and pick up their first win over South Carolina State. South Carolina, North Carolina State is coming to Galen. I hear that we're going to the Players Era tournament for Thanksgiving, which is right up my alley. I really enjoyed that. I really would love to see more Trojans come out to that. I want to knock off Hannah. I want to face them, knock them off. She's got some recruits coming, and UCLA should be there. South Carolina, Texas, Duke, and let's go. Let's win some money. Let's win. If they do it like those four come back at us and Notre Dame, that would be enough, along with us having to play the Gamecocks North Carolina State is a repeat. We won't need that much more after that for non-con. You think that how so? How do you think they'll be decent? Who do they have? What do you know that I don't know? Who's left over there? But not a threat. No, I ain't worried about them. I wasn't worried about them when they had who they have. Wasn't even worried about that. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, D. I see. I hear you, D. He's always with that nonsense. It's funny to me. It's so funny to me. Yeah. So that's it. That's it. That's all I have, y'all. Enjoy your day off if you have one. Thank you for coming up for the AP Top 25. Nothing much changed. That's the top few positions dropped here and there. So now we got to look out for bracketology. I still want to wait on that. I still want to wait, and I really just want to wait to finally see what the bracket is going to look like in general. Right after, what is it, after regular season, or is it after the tournaments that they align the seeding? Trojans are the team to watch, and we will be the team to watch. And even if the nation isn't watching here in Los Angeles, if you're fortunate enough to be there, and all this and all that that's going to go on next year with Juju's return, you're going to be trying to sneak in to watch because you're going to want to watch because you're going to see some good basketball. You're gonna see an exciting team ready to go on offense and on defense. And that's what I love about our team is that we're going to be in the top in both categories. And so this notion of not enough balls on the court, not enough this, not enough that, boo. There's nothing you're going to be able to criticize us. And whatever you criticize us about, which is you'll start with Coach Gottlieb, whatever it is you choose to criticize about is going to be fuel for us to show you differently. And yeah, you're going to get to know the Trojans a lot better. You're going to get to know our players, a lot better. You're going to get to know more about our history and our legacy, and understand that Los Angeles is a city of champions. We have nothing but champions here in all sports. We've won championship. I don't care if it's hockey, You know what I'm saying? We have a history, and we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back, and it's coming back. And once it gets here, it's not going to leave. So get on board now. Don't be a wagoner. Come on now. It's okay. Be more than a Juju Watkins fan. Actually understand that we do have the best college player in basketball for sure with Juju Watkins. I get it. But we also have other dynamic players on our team, and they are the team to watch. And moving forward, they will be saturating the league with Trojans. We're ready and on board to build a dynasty, and I can't wait to see it. But also, stay right here with Everybody Loves Juju12 Talks Hoops. I'm on all social medias. Join me for the action, for commentary, live. I'm gonna be spitting live predictions and recaps, and just bringing you all things Trojans. But also, I love to cover other teams here as well. So, with that being said, until next time, peace and love. Have a great day. I'm out. Absolutely, GOAT. Players at a tournament will be a great resume builder for the Trojans. You better believe it. Good take. Good take.